Welcome to Navigate Part 9, a transitioning program for veterans and current serving, families, first responders, and allied health professionals. In the following presentation, we will slowly be working through 14 lessons to support you to successfully navigate into civilian territory. In this presentation, we will look at the first 3 lessons. The first one is giving up is never an option. Second, take small steps and begin somewhere. And third, it's better to choose change than it chooses you. No matter how difficult the journey may feel at times, it is essential to remember that everything has a beginning and an ending. Giving up is never an option. If you need to sit down, then do so, but then get up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. You can always stop at times to take a breath and regroup. Pace yourself. Going backwards is not an option. Self-discipline and repetition of strategies and tools will keep you in the driver's seat. On your journey, think about doing the following. Find someone to be responsible to. Find friends who will listen to and encourage you. Strengthen your will through discipline and effort, and fully commit to your right to heal. Also, acknowledge that giving up is not an option, and the right attitude plus appropriate support will help you get across the finishing line. In Lesson 2, we will identify that no matter how immobilized you may feel, it's all about your willingness to take the first step into change, no matter how small. Remember that each step forward will bring you closer to change. As I said, if you can't run, then walk, and if you can't walk, then crawl, but just begin somewhere. What are you willing to do in your living space? What strategies or tools or pull-throughs from the book or your counseling are you prepared to use daily? Make a call to your veteran organization or check in with your doctor or a close mate. Each small step will progress you forward. It's a bit like ascending an OP. The more you move forward, the higher you get, the greater and clearer your vision and understanding of the territory you are in will be. Set small, achievable goals and reward yourself in constructive ways. Learning to strip and assemble your weapon in any condition, even blindfolded, took hours of practice and perseverance. Learning to change your life is no different, one thing at a time. There was a time when, on a long run in the mountains, I had an uncomfortable insight that a component of my ultramarathon and marathon runs was my keeping the wolves at bay and avoiding dealing with my issues. I loved running, but I was also using running to avoid dealing with critical issues facing me. I always say that these wolves maintain a distance of 30 meters from us, no matter how slow or fast we run. We will always feel their breath behind us. A time will come when we will have to stop, and they know that. This may be age or injury driven, and at that point, they quietly surround us in a circle and face us with what we have tried so hard to avoid. This can be deeply trying and uncomfortable. It is actually far better to choose to face change than have change face us. Moving forward is not always going to be easy. Parts of you may jump up and try to ambush you. You need to stay alert, maintaining situational alertness around these parts of yourself. You may have to fight against these parts at times. You may need to adjust your goals as needed and adapt to changing territory. Without you having the will to change, change will not happen. You were willing to crawl through the mud to become a warrior. The same mindset applies to crawling through the burdens you carry. Like the mud and the strain, They will wash off as you lighten, strengthen, and heal. Remember that you may not readily change your situation, but you can learn to determine your internal weather that you bring to what is in front of you. We do not often simply glide into change. We may creak, groan, and stretch into change. It can be challenging and exciting. So, be willing to step out of your safe zone, especially if that zone is detrimental to your well being and healing. Stay focused, maintain your situational awareness, and leap into new beginnings. Give some thoughts to these first three lessons. See how they can support you to create the change you wish, as well as manage the challenges you are facing. Work on staying focused. Learn to become comfortable with discomfort. Be willing to dust off and keep moving. Being proactive, no matter how small a step this may be, will keep you in the driver's seat. Looking forward to seeing you all soon.